Hi, second grade. Happy Wednesday. Today's lesson is for Module 8, Lesson 6, and this is Wednesday, May 13th. As a reminder, it is Spirit Week, so here is the schedule for Spirit Wear. Remember that if you are participating, you can text a picture of your Spirit Wear to Mr. Cowan for a grower team point and a raffle ticket so you can be entered into the K2 raffle. The winner of the K2 raffle will be announced this Friday on our UPrep Facebook page. Make sure you're watching and we will send out the announcement to who the winner is. I can't wait to see who's participating in our Spirit Week. Here is your week of May 11th packet that you should have out in front of you. We are going over pages 49 through 56. Please make sure you text a picture of your required homework to me for credit. So I am checking over Monday and today's homework. So make sure you send a picture of homework page 56 to me when it is completed. This Friday will be the opening and start date of your mid-module 8 assessment. So we do have a new assessment coming up this Friday and you will have 2 weeks to work on that. Make sure that you get on Edulastic to check that starting this Friday. Please turn to page 49 for your addition, subtraction, sprint tests. We will do set A and B. You can follow along with my video for the 2-minute timer if you would like. On your mark, get set, go. Ready for side B, page 50. On your mark, get set, go. Today's application problem is optional. It is not in your packet, but if you would like to still solve it, please grab a scrap piece of paper and you can follow along. Frank has 19 fewer cubes than Jose. Frank has 56 cubes. They want to use all their cubes to build a tower. How many cubes will they use? Think, 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 think. Do we know how many cubes Frank has? Yes, we know how many cubes Frank has. Look back in the story. How many cubes does he have? Frank has 56 cubes. Do we know how many cubes Jose has? No, it doesn't tell us yet how many cubes Jose has, but it does give us some information to help solve. Can you find the information? Frank has 19 fewer cubes than Jose. Let me cross that out for a second. Frank has fewer cubes than Jose. Does Jose have more or less than 56 cubes? We're going to think about this and then we'll show it on our thumbs. More or less? Ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors, show. Jose has more cubes than Frank because the story says Frank has 19 fewer cubes than Jose. So Jose will have more than 56 cubes. Get ready to use your pencil and draw a tape diagram to represent Frank and Jose. Frank, we know, has 56. Draw it like mine. You can pause and replay when you are ready. And Jose, we don't know how many he has, but he has more cubes than Frank. So make sure you make a tape diagram that is longer than Frank's. How much longer is, how many more does Jose have than Frank? It would be 19 more because the opposite is Frank has 19 fewer. So please draw your picture like mine, and then you can choose a strategy to solve for how many cubes Jose has. When you are done solving that part, then you move on to step 2. How many cubes will they use all together? So Frank and Jose together solve for how many that is in all. Please pause the video now to complete all of your application problem. Here are the expected answers. So for the first part, I solved that Jose has 75 cubes. 56 plus 19 equals 75. And then step 2, I put it together, Frank's cubes and Jose's cube. That is 75 plus 56 equals 131. They used 131 cubes all together. Objective. Repeat after me. I can combine shapes to create a composite shape and create a new shape from composite shapes. So scholars, this just means that we are going to be using some familiar shapes and putting them together to make new polygons. This can be really tricky, so follow along and we're going to learn what to do. Here are the materials that you need for today's lesson. You will be watching Mrs. Walker's video for the concept development, and I'll give you the information on the next slide here. Please grab a pair of scissors and have pages 51 and 52 ready. You can tear out page 52. You will need to hold on to these pieces today for tomorrow's lesson, so please do not toss these pieces away when you are done with them. Also, please wait to cut out the pieces until you are watching Mrs. Walker's directions. So at this time, when I'm done explaining, I need you to pause the video and you're going to scroll down and look at the description. I need you to click on that first link you see and watch the concept development video with Mrs. Walker, and she will explain what to do with your tangram pieces and help you complete the Using Tangram worksheet on page 52. If you do not see the link, I have it written right here for you to type in a new window. At this time, you can pause my video and then come back when you are done watching Mrs. Walker's video. All right, you can complete page 51 independently, or maybe you did it already while watching Mrs. Walker's video. I'm going to review the answers that you should have for each question, so follow along. How many triangles do you have in this tangram puzzle? Count the triangles at this time. Now let's check together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are there any more? Yeah, there are 5 triangles altogether. Some are big and some are small and some are medium size. They all look a little different, but all have 3 sides. There are 5 triangles. How many squares do you have? Ready to count with me? 1. Are there any more? Just 1 square. How many polygons do you have? Can you tell me what a polygon is again? Polygons are all closed shapes with straight sides, so all of these are polygons. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 polygons altogether. How many quadrilaterals do you have? Quadrilaterals have how many sides? 4 sides. 1, 2, 2 quadrilaterals. How many shapes do you have with parallel sides? Show me an example of parallel sides using your arms. They should be straight arms on top of each other, and they are equal distance apart, and they never cross. Our square has 2 pairs of parallel sides. And our parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel sides. There are just 2 shapes with parallel sides. Use your tangrams to make the following polygons, then draw them in the space provided. Use 2 triangles that are the same size to make a new shape. What shape did you make? Here's an example of the new shape I made. It's called a square. I put the 2 triangles together to make a square. Use the 2 smallest triangles and the square to make a triangle with 1 square corner. Grab your shapes. You should try to form a new triangle with 1 square corner. Here is what I made. If you did not make this shape, you can pause the video and fix your shape to look like mine. Use the 2 smallest triangles and the square to make a quadrilateral with 4 square corners. I made a rectangle here using the square and 2 triangles. Next one, make a quadrilateral with no square corners. Do you know what this shape is called that I made? Be specific about the name. Yeah, it's called a parallelogram. Say that word. For an optional activity, if you would like to play with some more tangram pieces and puzzles, you can go to abcya.com and type in this link here. So I just went to the games and typed in tangrams. For your problem set today on page 55, I would like you to use your tangram pieces to make the following pictures. You can text a picture of your tangram creations to me. And for your homework today on page 56, you do need to send a picture of this for credit, please. Use your tangram pieces to make 2 new polygons. Then draw your new polygons in the space below. For example, you could use 2 triangles to make a square. You could use a square and a triangle to make a rectangle. And I'll give some more examples on the following slides. On the last one, use all 7 tangram pieces to create your own fun picture. Then you're going to draw your picture below, and you can take a picture of your creation and text it to Miss Sillin. Some examples of some new polygons that you could possibly make. So you don't have to do these, but these are just some examples to help you out. So I used a square and 2 small triangles to make a trapezoid. I made a trapezoid using these shapes. Let's see if maybe you made the same polygon I did. I used a square and 2 small triangles to make a rectangle. I was able to make a rectangle using these shapes. Let's see about the next one. I used a square and 2 small triangles to make a what? What is this shape called? A parallelogram. That's it for today's lesson. Good luck with all of your work, and please send a picture of today's homework for credit.